Have you ever wondered what makes Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders so attractive? Sure, he may not be perfect. In fact, he suffers from PTSD, cannot sleep without intoxicating himself, and is a cold-blooded murderer and gangster. However, even the seemingly bad people have the potential to have good qualities, and that is what we'll try to discover today. What makes them the way they are, and what good qualities can we extract from them and integrate in our own lives? Today we will focus on a high status trait that Tommy Shelby has in abundance.
We have to get your body out of the city, Danny. This new copper, you know.
Don't bury me anywhere there's mud, okay?
In the bleak midwinter.
You okay, Danny? I'm still in shock.
Tommy is loyal, ambitious, hardworking, and strives to provide betterment for his family and friends. But today, I want to focus on another highly sought after quality that screams Thomas Shelby. It is his non-reactivity. A great example of this is shown when his big plan failed and he was taken, awaiting his death.
Take a seat. Sit down!
Just think for a moment how other people would react before they're about to die. Now, this is how Tommy reacts.
So fucking close. So fucking close.
Notice how calm he stays, secure in his own shoes, ready to face death and not flinching during stressful moments. This is a commonality that most high-status, confident individuals have, and there is a good reason for this. When you live out your purpose, when you are aligned with who you want to become, you are ready to die at any moment. If you do not know what your purpose is, if you don't have a vision for your life, I highly encourage you to watch this video and do the exercises in there. It will straighten you up big time. Tommy's non-reactivity comes forth from his confidence. He is secure with who he is. He knows where he's going. He has a purpose no matter how twisted it may be. When you are secure with who you are, just like Tommy, you need to acquire the tools to dominate malicious individuals verbally and learn to dictate the tone, tempo, and topic of the conversation. A great example of this I've covered already in the Laws of Power video.
Tommy has a reputation to uphold.
A reputation for not being scared of anything.
In all the world, violent men are the easiest to deal with.
Attacking him, trying to probe him and get under his skin. Here is how he responds.
So tell me, which brand of rebel are you, eh? I read somewhere that you Paddy started fighting amongst yourselves now.
He stays strong and doesn't enter her frame. He creates his own frame, and that is what the essence of non-reactivity is. You are not easily distracted, dominated, or pushed around. Later in the scene, you see Tommy being held at gunpoint, but look at the difference between them.
There are other ways of carrying out this mission. Please allow me put a bullet in this scum tinker's head.
Tommy is like a rock, whilst he is like the ferocious feminine ocean. Calmness versus chaos. Non-reactivity versus reactivity. You can clearly see this dynamic in the latest James Bond movie as well.
James! James! Do something! James!
Okay.
Again, chaos versus calmness. In the verbal dominance videos, I analyze some of these conversational gems more, so subscribe to not miss out on those. Also, this is the first voiceover style video I'm doing. We have a great scriptwriter who is creating the vast majority of this video, so show some love in the comments if you like to see more of these type of videos. In this video, you'll see many examples of non-reactivity, and you will explore how you can develop this trait and what factors contribute to having such a great quality. Non-reactivity, also referred to as emotional control or regulation, speaks about the ability to remain composed and calm in situations that may be stressful or emotionally charged. It involves being able to control one's own emotions and not let external stimuli or events affect one's state of mind. Even if it does affect one's state of mind, to not show it then externally. We'll see Tommy versus Campbell in a second, where Tommy is furious on the inside, but he doesn't show it to Campbell. Here, he looks calm and controlled.
And your sister too. A baby inside her would be of no consequence to me. The only one to be spared would be your little brother Finn.
That is what he shows to Campbell, but deep inside, this is how he really feels.
The clock is ticking.
We've covered another great example of this in the Alfie Solomons vs Thomas Shelby body language breakdown video. Look at how long Tommy takes to answer the phone.
That'll probably be for you, won't it?
This is another high power pose. Note the non-reactiveness of Tommy. Very slow and controlled movements. He's okay with the psychological pressure that's put on him here. And you will see a great exercise on how you can train yourself to become more adept and more capable of handling psychologically pressurizing situations in your own life. And friends, this kind of emotional regulation, or better put, emotion expression, is key to his non-reactivity, which we'll cover more in depth in a second. In the context of noble gases, non-reactivity can be compared to the characteristics of gases which do not react easily, or sometimes at all, with other elements due to the stable and closed electron shells. Similarly, individuals who exhibit non-reactivity are able to maintain their calm and steady state, even when faced with challenging or triggering situations. On the other hand, those who are reactive may easily become agitated or affected by external stimuli, much like how certain elements, such as hydrogen, are more prone to reacting with other elements in social situations. The person who sets the frame and remains relatively unaffected to the stimuli is often the one who holds more power or authority. By remaining non-reactive, individuals are able to maintain their power and control in social interactions. Overall, non-reactivity is a valuable trait to have, as it allows you to remain level-headed and in control of your emotions, even in challenging situations. It can also be seen as a sign of confidence and leadership. In Peaky Blinders, Billy Kimber is portrayed as a highly volatile character, much like the element hydrogen, which is known for its reactivity. He is easily agitated and affected by his surroundings and external stimuli, as you can see in this scene.
Which one of you is the boss?
I'm Mr. Kimber's advisor and accountant.
And I'm the fucking boss, okay? Right, end of parley. You fixed the race without my permission. You fucking gypsy scum!
Where he explodes when his authority is challenged. On the other hand, look at Thomas Shelby. Observe how calm and level-headed he stays.
I'm told the boss is called Tommy, and I'm guessing that's you, because you're looking me up and down like I'm a fucking tart.
I want to know what you want.
If you wish to see a more in-depth breakdown of that video, you can watch this video on the channel afterwards.
By the way, which one am I talking to? Who's the boss?
Well, I'm the oldest.
Unreactive, locked eye contact. Notice how he doesn't turn his head to look at his brother. He just turns his eyes. It's as if the brother asks for permission to speak and he grants it with his eye contact. The moment he gives it, the brother looks down, in this case sign of submission, then tilts his head up and speaks.
Well, I'm the oldest.
Friends, even in situations where emotions are running high, Tommy is able to remain calm, cool and collected, and in control of his emotions.
Let us fucking voices! Whoa! Whoa! Calm down! Fucking voices! Buddy! Jesus Christ!
That's easy, soldier. That's easy. Oh, look at me. You're on our side. You're a Tom. You're a Tom. Yeah. Yeah.
Non-reactivity may seem like a desirable character trait, but it is actually quite unnatural for humans, as it goes against our natural orienting reflex. but we'll cover that later in the video. What you need to know is that there are ways to become less reactive and develop this trait through certain simple yet powerful exercises you can do at home. Before we discuss these exercises, let's examine first 4 possible factors that may contribute to Tommy's non-reactivity. All of these factors play a role in allowing Tommy to maintain his calm and composed demeanor, even in the face of challenges or threats. The first factor: deep-seated confidence. This is different than superficial or even fake confidence. Adopting a high status or high confident body language, which is an outside-in approach, may give you a little boost, but it's a world and night difference compared to people who have deep-seated confidence, which they have acquired as a result of who they've become, because then the behaviors come forth from within, making it an inside-out approach. This type of confidence comes forth from within and is not dependent on external factors or appearances. It is a confidence that is rooted in one's own abilities, accomplishments, achievements, beliefs, principles, and emotional regulation, rather than a superficial confidence that may be affected by external validations or the adoptions of certain body language or spitting certain prepared lines to people. I mean, look at Tommy. He's a man who has risen from nothing to something, from zero to hero. His deep-seated confidence is evident in his rise from a small-time gang leader to a successful and influential political figure. He has worked hard to build his empire and has proven his abilities and resourcefulness time and time again. His confidence comes from within and is not easily shaken by external challenges or threats. And guys, this type of confidence is important in allowing you to remain calm and composed in stressful situations, as it allows you to trust in your own abilities and your own judgment. It is also a key factor in non-reactivity, as individuals with deep-seated confidence are able to maintain their cool and remain in control of their emotions and not be sent into a state of panic. Move on to the second factor: emotional regulation. Emotional control and regulation is an essential skill for leading a healthy and fulfilling life. Without the ability to manage your emotions, you can easily become overwhelmed and reactive to the events and people around you. You can be played like a puppet, with someone else being the puppet master. The inability of regulating your emotions can lead to relationship problems, poor decision making, and even physical health issues. One way that Tommy is able to effectively regulate his emotions is by finding ways to release physical steam. In the following clip, you can see a wonderful example of this. You see him engaging in an activity that helps him blow off some steam and manage his emotions. He's done this multiple times through the series. If any of you do martial arts, you know how satisfying that is. But it doesn't need to be something like that. You can also work in the garden, hit the gym, or any other activity that forces you to expend that emotional or aggressive energy. So why is it so important to have strategies for managing and regulating your emotions? Well, consider the character of Billy Kimber in the video. If you cannot control your emotions, you may end up being as volatile and unpredictable as Billy is.
And I'm the fucking boss, okay?
Your environment can have a huge impact on your emotional state, but by finding healthy ways to cope with and regulate your emotions, you can take control of your life and make it more stable and balanced.
It's just noise. It's just noise, hey? It's just noise. You get used to it. It's just noise.
To recap, the next time you are feeling overwhelmed or upset, try finding a healthy way to release that physical steam and regulate your emotions. It could be going for a run, hitting the gym, or even just taking a few deep breaths. Whatever works for you. The important thing is to find a way to manage your emotions and take control of your life. Third factor: state-breaking questions. A state-breaking question is a powerful tool that can be used to surprise, engage, and challenge your listener. However, it is important to use this type of question only when it is necessary, as it can disrupt the normal flow of conversation and cause confusion if overused. When used judiciously, a state-breaking question can help you steer the conversation in a new direction and get your listener to consider different perspectives. So next time you want to spark a lively discussion or challenge your listeners' assumptions, use a state-breaking question only if it's truly needed to make your point or engage your listener effectively.
I understand you know a man called Jimmy McCavan.
May I take a cigarette?
Please.
Let's look at this scene.
Sit. Talking to you, Mr. Shelby. So the Oddfellows want you to know that any deviation from your instructions will have consequences.
What's your dog's name?
Here is another one.
Violent men are the easiest to deal with.
So tell me, which brand of rebel are you, eh?
The fourth and last factor of this video is Tommy Shelby regulates his mask like a pro. He is in charge of his own ego.
Well, holy Lord God, Tommy Shelby, OBE, does your vanity have no limits?
I believe it's called the ego these days.
Tommy is an expert at regulating his mask and maintaining control over his ego. This is a key aspect of his character and is demonstrated through various scenes in the show. One such an example can be found in Season 4, Episode 6. During this scene, Tommy is shown to be a strategic thinker who is capable of playing various roles in order to achieve his larger goals. And friends, this is a clear illustration of Law 29 from the 48 Laws of Power, which states, "Plan all the way to the end." As Tommy is able to think ahead and carefully craft his action in order to achieve his desired outcome.
I think. So that you don't have to.
Friends, even though he doesn't like to show weakness, he deliberately shows it here for a higher purpose. I've covered this scene in depth in this video, which explains the 6 laws of power using this exact scene. In essence, you will see how Tommy is a master of his persona. Tommy then went after his brother and found him apparently dead. Now here is where this law comes in. He had to sell to the Changretas that their plan had worked. How could he do this best? By courting the attention of the entire room, feigning pain and hurt. Tommy Shelby is a master of body language. He controls his ego, which I see as the interface with which we operate in the world, or simply put, our mask. In addition to his strategic thinking, Tommy is also skilled at emotional regulation. This is evident in a scene where Tommy appears anxious and fidgety. But is able to present a calm and composed facade when others are present. This ability to regulate his emotions and take charge of his emotion expressions and maintain control over his mask is further highlighted in this scene.
Two IRA men are going to come through that door. When they have what they want, they plan to kill me. It's your job to stop that happening.
Well, he looks like he was killed by a wild fucking animal.
In this scene where Tommy's demeanor changes significantly after the people leave, because it is then when you see his mask being taken off. As much as Tommy is a master of his mask, it doesn't mean he never snaps or he never loses temper. Even though fictitious, he is a human being after all. And a great example where we can see Tommy losing his temper is here.
Because legitimate business, John, is the priority. Legitimate business.
Since when? My fucking wife took a bullet meant for me!
And also here.
Mosley knew nothing! He knew nothing! Oh!
Just like he loses his temper, you will sometimes lose yours. But by becoming aware of the triggers that set you off, you take one step closer towards taming it. I'll cover these types of scenario in more details, as the one who stays the most cool usually is the more dominant one. Harvey Specter lost his cool in this scene.
Tanner, you want to take this to court? Go right ahead. I'd rather watch her cut you down than see her cut a deal anyway.
I mean, you're throwing her under the bus.
Watch yourself, Tanner.
Oh, what's the matter, Harv? Did I offend your delicate sensibilities? You want to take your ball and go home?
This deposition is over.
Oh, what, is Mommy going to take you home now? You got a thing for Mommy. And now it all makes sense. Because I actually looked into your Mommy. And it turns out that the whole time you were home with Daddy, Mommy was out banging.
Again, there is a ton more to come in the Verbal Dominance series in due time. Overall, Tommy's expertise in regulating his mask and controlling his ego is a major factor in his success and is demonstrated through various scenes in the show, such as those mentioned before. This ability to carefully craft his actions and emotions serves as a powerful tool in achieving his goals and allows him to navigate various situations with ease. And guess what? This aids and builds his deep-seated confidence. The ability to remain non-reactive goes against our natural human instincts, specifically the orienting reflex that helped our ancestors survive in the wild. This reflex is triggered when we are faced with a potential threat, causing us to quickly shift our attention and become reactive in order to protect ourselves. While this reflex was essential for survival in the past, it is less necessary in the modern world. Now, this doesn't mean unnecessary. In order to overcome or at least take charge of our innate reflexes to the extent that it is possible and maintain a non-reactive demeanor, it is essential to be in charge of our mask or persona, and Tommy is a master at this. Here you see an example of how calm he stays under pressure.
There are other ways of carrying out this mission. Please allow me put a bullet in this scum tinker's head.
Even though the point man pulled the trigger, Tommy still stays unfazed. Here is another example of how he controls his mask in front of Oswald Mosley.
I want to know what your strategy is.
But the moment he leaves, he breaks his mask.
Next time, bring only an open mind and a cigar to celebrate our union.
Fuck. The fuck are I?
Also, if you want to check the body language analysis of this scene, which is a great iconic scene, you can click here. I did a full in-depth analysis, you have to watch. The pinnacle of confidence is portrayed on his face. Unreactive, no tension. Also, look how he stares Arthur down as a form of establishing dominance over him. If you watch closely, Arthur is the one who looks away first here. Non-reactivity, or the ability to remain calm and collected in the face of stress and tension, is an essential skill that can greatly benefit individuals in various aspects of life. From business and leadership to personal relationships, the ability to maintain control over your emotions and reactions can help you navigate various situations with poise and confidence. At its core, non-reactivity is about your ability to deal with tension, both psychological and physiological tension. Psychological tension can come in the form of stress, anxiety, or other negative emotions, while physical tension can manifest as physical discomfort or pain. Learning to cope with these types of tensions is essential for maintaining control over your emotions and reactions. To develop this skill, there are several exercises that can be helpful. The first exercise is an attention exercise that can help you train your attention muscle and fight your natural urges. This exercise involves taking charge of the gap between stimulus and response, allowing you to maintain control over your reactions. So you might wonder, how do I do this? Here's what you do. The first thing is you turn on a video on YouTube and put an inanimate object behind the screen which you can look at. This could be a bottle of water or just a plant. And the second step is, as the video is playing, your task is to look at the object and not the screen, which is moving all of the time. What you will notice in a couple of seconds is your eyes will naturally draw towards the screen. Every time this happens, you redirect your focus back to the object. This strengthens your non-reactivity muscle. It teaches you how to deal with psychological tension. If you're able to do this for 2 or let's say 3 minutes straight without looking at the screen and you're staying dead on the inanimate object, you're golden. The second exercise teaches you how to cope with physiological pressure. How do you do this exercise? You take cold showers every day. And you should aim to do this for at least 2 minutes a day. And by the way, the benefits of this are way bigger than just becoming more non-reactive. It also helps you build up your tolerance for stress and improve your ability to remain non-reactive in the face of tension. It also teaches you the fundamental key lessons of discipline and dedication in learning how to become a better version of yourself. Doing the thing that is so unnatural and it feels hard and just shitty in general. But by going through that shower, you come out as a better person. Now, as said, aim to do both these exercises for 2 minutes. Friends, as mentioned before, I can produce these type of content at an enormously fast rate since I don't write the entire script myself. If you enjoy videos like these, let me know in the comments below. And in conclusion, non-reactivity is a highly valuable skill that can greatly benefit individuals in various aspects of life. By developing your ability to handle tension through exercises such as attention training and cold showers, you can improve your ability to remain calm and collected in the face of stress and succeed in various endeavors. Whether you are facing a high-pressure business meeting or a challenging personal situation, the ability to maintain control over your emotions and reactions can help you navigate these situations with confidence and grace. So, non-reactivity is not just a skill, but a necessity in the world of a high-status individual.